Hey guys, just taking off my morning mask. Man, I'm so in love with this thing. Um, Before everybody gets on here, this collagen mask that I've been posting about yesterday. Oh man, like I started doing it at nighttime when I first got it, but I learned that I really love the way my skin feels uh, afterwards, and I want to enjoy that to the day. I don't want to just like wash my face and then do my mask and go to bed and not be able to enjoy how good my skin feels. So, okay. Now, one of the big things that people don't realize about skincare is that your skin on your face is a lot thinner. It's a lot different than the rest of your body, which is why we have specialized skincare products for the face because it's a lot more sensitive. And it needs just a different care for it. Now, the other thing too that most people don't know is that when you're doing anything on your face, you want to use light pressure as much as you possibly can. You don't want to be pushing into your fruit all like this. You don't want to be pulling out like that. You don't want to be stretching any of it out. Like, this is how we get wrinkles and all these things. Like, if you look at my face, I don't really have any wrinkles. I got some bags under my eyes, which is why I have some special stuff for that. But if you notice, I don't really have any wrinkles on my face. And even when I smile, you can see a little bit of lines, and you can kind of see maybe a little line on my forehead. But I don't really have any wrinkles or anything like that. And there's a very important reason for that. First of all, I don't buy into the aging thing. I just don't get old. But the other thing is that I have taken care of my skin over the years, especially when you're young and you're wanting to wear a lot of makeup and you want to, look a particular sort of way. You end up using a lot of products to help you do that. And what you don't realize is that you try to save cost and you end up causing yourself problems in the long run because you've used shitty, cheap products on your skin. That stuff gets absorbed by your skin and then it becomes detrimental over the long run. So what I just put on now was my coffee eye cream. You can see I just dabbed it under my eyes, and I am leaving it a little bit thicker here because this one has some lightening effects to it, and I found that her instructions say to massage it in, and sometimes I do, like maybe up on my forehead if I'm doing that, but I found just to like leave a layer of it like this and allow myself to my eyes to soak in. Now the other thing I didn't do is if you look at how close I got to my eyes, my eye line, I didn't actually go all the way up there. One thing that happens is that these products can, and any skincare product can travel through the creases and the valleys and things in your skin, and even if you don't see them. So when we get too close to our eyes, it can come into our eyes, it can cause irritation and all of those things, and in the rare cases, blindness, especially if you're using some, cheap over-the-counter sort of makeup. And I don't want you to feel bad if you're using over-the-counter makeup or if you're using cheap stuff because you just didn't know. But what I am going to do is I'm going to encourage you to step up your game and replace your cheap products one by one with higher quality products, and especially when it comes to skincare. If you can't this stuff is what happens before we put on all of our makeup, before we do any of that. So if we take proper care of our skin, it makes it a lot easier to take care of it as the time goes on. So what I'm putting on now is sunflower and hibiscus face butter. So both of these products are from Hippie Hearts Naturals, and I absolutely love her. She does not make my skin mask or my moisturizer, though. I get those from a place called Herbalistic Wellness, and this is what the mask I was wearing looks like. Ooh. But yes, it's beautiful. It smells so good. It's got a really unique smell that I've had to get used to, and I love it now. This scent, because I've never smelled it before, and every time I've used it, I have just gotten into a and I smell it and put it on my face, just like I do with this. And this is one of the biggest things too. When you are spending money on your skincare, you need to enjoy it. Don't just slap it on your face. But oh, the aroma smells so good. You can see I'm kind of pulling on my face a bit, so I need to get a little bit more of this on my fingers. And this is oil based because I have really dry skin. So she also says to put a thin layer because it goes a long way, and it does. But I have certain areas that need a little bit more than others, so I'll put a little bit more in those areas. And like, you can't even see it, but I can feel it. Just, you know, it feels a little bit greasy on my face right now, but it is not greasy after I let it sit and soak in, which is what my skin really needs. But remember, we're using light, soft touches. We are not digging in. We don't want to do any of that because we cause the skin to stretch. And if every day we're causing the skin to stretch, eventually it's like a balloon that's been blown up too many times and it just doesn't go back. So there are a lot of things that go into the environmental factors, into what happens to your skin and how it deteriorates. And just so you know, my qualifications, I've been a licensed cosmetologist, which means I'm licensed for hair, skin, and nails since 2004. It's 2020, so I got a little bit of an experience here, working with both chemical products and naturally based products. And I will tell you that every chemically based product that I've used, eventually, when I stopped using it, I went back to where I was. So it was just a symptomatic sort of fix rather than a long-term, deal. But the other thing is, though, too, is that we've got to address what's going on and going into our bodies. For our skin, this is the biggest organ we've got. Excuse me. So we've got to make sure that we stay hydrated and that we're eating properly and that we're getting plenty of vitamins and nutrition. Okay. If you are a person that eats a lot of junk, or you eat a lot of sugar, you eat a lot of flour, refined, processed foods, anything that is not natural, like we've got so many natural options and things, and we can cook them and we can do all of these things, but we start with real food and then we can do stuff with it. But if you're consuming a bunch of fake food, prepackaged things, anything with preservatives, those sort of things, those go into your skin. And we're seeing this with the older generations about their skin just not being able to hold up. They consumed so many fake things, so many preservatives and things, and now that food and things have shifted into some other new sort of way, or maybe they're choosing to make better deliberate choices, they're still having to deal with the ramifications of everything they put into their body over the years and everything they did or did not put onto their skin. Okay? So we want to love and honor ourselves through this skincare routine. It's a lot more than just having pretty looking skin and looking young forever, okay? And age is absolutely a mind thing, all right? But it's a lot more than that. It's about loving ourselves so deeply that we take this effort to do it for ourselves. If we aren't able to pay somebody else to do it, to pamper us, which we tend to think is like a self-love act, and it could be, it is, but we're not doing that. What we're going for is just that feeling of self-love. And if we can get that from ourselves, why aren't we going to do it? This is the best way that I found for me personally to start my day, to put on these wonderful products that make me feel so good. And I may or may not even choose to put on makeup today, but I don't know if you can even see. Look, you can even see right there where my eye cream was. Look, I'm rubbing it in so you can see the difference. Look at that. That is why I leave it on a little bit longer rather than trying to rub it all in, right? And over the course of the day. And I've got to do things for myself too, to make sure that there are other contributing factors for my particular dark circles. This is the issue that I'm working with, which deals with my iron levels. So I've got to make sure I'm on top of that. And I got to make sure that I get all of my nutrition. And I've got to do it every single day, because this is how I love myself. This is how I'm bringing more joy into my life. It's these little acts of self-love. It's this skincare routine in the morning that I smell these wonderful scents and these beautiful homemade, handmade products, and I get to support these local businesses, these women who are pouring their hearts into these things so that I can have wonderful skin and feel good about myself. I gotta give it to me though. It starts here with you. It starts here with me. In order for me to feel really good and loved, I found this is what I've got to do to start my day. And it may be different for you, but I encourage you to find something that brings you joy and pleasure to start your day that has nothing to do with anybody else, okay? That you don't need to rely on somebody else to provide for you, but that you do for yourself. And every morning I'll tell you that I've missed this routine. I have a hard time. And it's really funny that it's just a skincare routine, but it's so much more than that to me. It's my time to just be present with myself and really just get reacclimated to my day so that I can be fully present for my kids and whatever other situations arise for me today, so that I don't have to worry about being bombarded by negative feelings or emotions or anything like that. So, well, I think that's about it for me today. I really hope that you enjoy this, and I hope that you've got some sort of morning routine that helps you really live the rest of your day with a smile on your face, something that you can bring joy and pleasure into, the very first moments of your day, and to be able to ride that wave and set yourself up for success. It really is these little things, okay? These little things that we can do for ourselves on the day-to-day basis. And they add up. And I will tell you that these little acts of self-love that I started doing, because this is, the whole skincare routine that I'm doing right now, and you only saw half of it. This is not something that I was able to throw on all at once. It was something that came piece by piece. There was I wanted to do these things for myself because I wanted my skin to feel a particular way, right? And then, well, due to my connection with the divine and my constantly seeking a deeper relationship that way, I was led to the knowing that this is a sacred time for me, and that I need this, and that it's okay for me to have it. And this is even my God time too, because while my mask is sitting, it takes 15 or 20 minutes. That gives me an opportunity to meditate, to, set my intentions for the day, to connect with the divine, with my creator, and just start my day off and surrender. And man, guys, it's changing everything in my life. So I hope that this helped you. I hope that you have some sort of morning routine or are inspired to do it. And if you have one, let me know what it is. Tell me how you start your day off so that you can have peace and joy and ensure success for the rest of your day. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Oh, wait, I totally forgot. I wanted to tell you all about my new club. Oh, almost forgot. I can't believe I almost forgot. See, obviously it was more important for me to get this other message out that I totally forgot about this new community that I've just put together. And I'm going to be opening the doors in the next day or two. I've just got some last little things that I want to do before I open the doors. And it is my life's work come together. It's called the Magical Club. And it is a spiritual community for those who are actively pursuing the ultimate truth and wish to have a community of like-minded people for support, guidance, connection. And they desire mentorship to move forward, but you also want that community aspect of it too. And you don't want to be censored, and you want to be able to be in a judgment-free zone and really be able to uplift yourself and others, but elevate yourself on your own spiritual journey for your highest and best. Because somewhere you understand that this is just what needs to happen. And maybe you haven't had anybody to guide you or show you the way. Maybe you've been doing it all by yourself for a really long time. Well, you don't have to do it by yourself any longer. This is a monthly membership community for all of us to gather together to be able to create that community, that spiritual community that we all crave and desire, but we aren't working under any one religion. I don't believe in religion. If God created religion, we'd only have one. So, religion just isn't my thing. And you'll learn my story if you haven't and if you don't know already. But I spent a long time in religion, and I've asked God for my mission, and he's just now told me it's time, I'm ready. Well, I don't feel ready, but I'm ready to be ready. So therefore, I'm ready. And you are too. There is a nice little trailer that shows you everything that's involved in the Magical Club and everything that you get. I think the one thing I maybe didn't tap into was this really cool meditation workshop, because meditation is the foundation of inner peace. It is how we are able to step away from this physical world and reconnect with our divinity, and then bring it into this physical world through us, and to live as a whole, complete being. That is the hole that you're looking for. That is the hole that you keep trying to fill, that void in you. This is that piece that you're missing. This is that piece that you've been looking for. It's not any one thing, okay? It is simply an intent. And you, my friend, have asked God, have asked Spirit, you've asked somebody, some higher power, you've put it out there to the universe that you want a community of like-minded people to explore your spirituality in a judgment-free zone and find out what the hell God means to you. You don't want to be ushered down a particular path. You don't want to be put in a box. You don't want to be told that you have to do something a particular way, or otherwise you're going to go to hell. Like, you're a person that's been just kind of going, no thanks, to mainstream religion to a really long time. You're a person who says, I'm going to think for myself, and that's some really good information, but I'm going to run it through my discernment. You're the type of person that understands that your beliefs can be different from somebody else's, but you can coexist with them in peace and harmony because there is something there for you. These are the people that I'm looking for. These are the people that I'm asking to join my club. These are the people that are going to change the world. And right now, you may not know what that looks like or how you're going to do it. And I understand that. And we don't need to know how. We don't need to know what it looks like. We simply must get started on that journey. We must step foot on the path and stay there and keep going. And that's what this club is about, is to encourage you to keep going on that path, to hold your hand, even though we are on that journey with you, so that you don't feel alone. Because so many of us have stepped foot on this journey and we've lost everyone and everything we ever knew. And we feel alone. We probably went into a really deep, dark depression too. Maybe you're still in one. But the road forward, albeit a lonely one, a solo one, you don't have to be like lonely alone with it. You can have people to love you and support you and not be able to walk with you on that path, but to cheer you on and to give you support when you need it, when you've forgotten who you are. And this community that I'm building, this club, it is exclusive. And it has to be. Because this is how we're going to change the world. We're going to create such focused energy, and we're going to radiate it so strong that there is absolutely no one, nowhere, anywhere, from any dimension, from any plane of existence is going to stop it. Because this is God's creation. This is God living through us, through our desires to live our lives the way that we want to. This is how God comes to life. Because we are tapping into the highest version of who we are and we're allowing it to flow through us, we get to live the life we want. We get to have the things we want. And fortunately, for the rest of the world, the things that we want involve their happiness too. It involves changing the world to be a better place for the future generations. Our selfish pursuit to better ourselves is also a selfish pursuit to better the world. It is through our example that we are able to shift the world. It's not that we're changing anybody, just ourselves. And when we do that, we shift our frequencies and we radiate so much further than we'll ever know. We'll make ripples on the other side of the world and we'll never even know it. People are being affected by you right now, and they don't tell you. They snoop your social media. They don't say anything. They're secretly going, yes, I wish I could do that. I wish I could be that way. I wish I could do that. Oh man, I wish. And one day, because of your journey, they will. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of the world just going to hell in a handbasket and just sitting by and watching it happen. So I'm done sitting here and watching it happen. I'm done. We're banding together. I've got this club going. I'll let you know when the door's open, but if you're interested in it, send me a message. Watch that trailer and see what's there, because it's just getting started. There's only going to be more and more and more, and this is my mission. This is my life purpose, is to guide you. God sent me to be here as an earthly spiritual guide. It's hard to get to our spirit guides because we can't see them. It's hard to understand those messages because can we trust them? Like, am I really hearing that, or am I just going crazy? Well, I understand that too. I thought I was going crazy for a long time, but I'm not crazy at all. And I'm here to be your earthly spirit guide to help you stay on your path. I'm not going to tell you what your path is, sweetheart. No. That's for you to find out. But I'm here to help you reorient yourself, to learn how to realign yourself, to learn how to step in with your creator so that you can move forward on your day-to-day so fearlessly, and know that your very being is changing the fabric of existence. Even on the days when you're sad and you feel like shit, you're still changing the world. Because when we're in those deep, dark depression, we are moving that energy for everybody else. We're the ones capable of being there without breaking. Something I didn't understand. Something that took me a real hard thing, and it still is just, it's so powerful to me because I thought it was a punishment. I did. But now I realize it was a blessing because I know how to get through that, which means that I can help others. And there's so many of us that are depressed here on this planet that have such big plans, but we can't get past our own stuff. And if this is you, then I invite you to join me in this club, and I want you to just marinate in there and just sit in this wonderful spiritual soup of a community that I'm building, and get your reservoirs up, build your frequency, allow us to lift you up. And when it's time for you to become vocal and to open up, you'll know the time will be right. But we need everybody who has this in them, that fire. You can feel it, even if it's just a little candle flame burning and it's not raging yet. That's okay. It's in there though. And even if you don't know how you're going to access it, how you're going to get to it, any of that, you don't need to know any of that. You just need to be willing to step foot on that path and be willing to keep moving forward no matter what happens. Even if it takes you out for a few days or a week or a month. I've even had things take me out for a couple of years until I realized where my power was. All right. And so I want to help you cut time down on all of that. I want to help you do whatever it is that you need help with. All right. God has designed me to do that, and He's designed you for something special too. And we need you. We need you so bad. We need you. We need you. We need you. We need you. And if all you can do today is smile at those you love or a stranger, let that be enough. Not every day we get to be at our fullest, highest, and impact the world the way that we want to. But sometimes our impact on the world happens right here. And that, ooh, you can see the spirit coming through me, guys. That's so important. It is. It's just as powerful. Because you don't know who that person is. You don't know who your child is going to become. You don't know who that stranger is that you gave a smile to. Maybe because you smiled at that strange man who was a little surly that morning, and maybe he didn't smile back to you. But because you smiled at him, he didn't get home and hit his wife that night. He didn't yell at his child that night. And you'll never know. You'll never know. So don't underestimate the power of a choice for yourself. All right? You don't know how far it's going to spread. In some cases, you'll never know. Ugh. Man, this is what passion looks like, flowing through you when you ask the divine for your purpose and mission, and you were just relentless about it. It comes through, and I'll have to tell you more about that later, but whew, guys. All right, if any of that resonates with you, if you're really interested in the club that I'm talking about, just go check out my IG. I loaded up, it is kind of a long video. It's like 8 or 9 minutes, but it's so worth it because I take you through everything that's going on and all the way that I've set it up. And one thing I'm really super excited about is the 0 censorship. We can literally post whatever we want with no external links going anywhere unless we've posted them ourselves. All right? I love you so much. Thank you for watching this. I hope that you got some serious value out of it. And if you haven't watched the whole thing, the very beginning of this is really awesome about skincare and properly taking care of your skin so that you can look young. And I'm still working on, the back thing. All right, guys. See you later.